Now, we're talking about the Mars mission with the space program and the expansion of resources here on Earth. So, I forgot to give me a quarter for a phone call, so now I give everybody a quarter and say, did you try quarters? Well, which quarter are we talking about? The beginning of the year, the winter, spring, summer, or fall? The seasons for growth. Well, the atmosphere is kind of messed up and the seasons are messed up, so we made weather machines to kind of fix in that, and then also we made indoor labs and hydroponics and all kinds of stuff. If they didn't know about that stuff in Egypt, then they wouldn't have all the desert lands. So we go to Isaiah and we look at chapter 37 and verse 25 for the quarter, to ET, the extraterrestrial, educational teaching. Well, I have dug wells in foreign lands. You see, I have dug wells in foreign lands. And if you've been paying attention, you see that the catacombs I talked about, the catacombs that could store water underground so it doesn't evaporate. And with proper filtration and the greenhouse effect, you can evaporate that water and, water the plants and crops in the greenhouses, along with hydroponics, with technology, the will of God, and the wisdom of God. And you say, and drunk the water there, you see, and drunk the spirit there, they hoarded up on the technology for themselves and the people and, the educational systems and stuff until everything was destroyed and they are left with desert lands. With the soles of my feet, I have dried up all the streams of Egypt. And I say, what does Jesus mean? Just educate and save the United States? There's one purpose, one God, one nation, one national education. It says one nation educating. The promise of America. He said, I have dried up all the streams of Egypt because they did not educate their people. So you say, we got Launch Bank, we got Fargo Bank, we've got Bank of America, we got Space Coast Bank, we've got First Union Bank, we got all these banks. There's short words, a few words to remind you of what we're trying to do. And it says, are you ready to launch? You ready to launch unmanned aerial systems? Because if you don't plant crops and trees and stuff, the only thing that'll be left of the human race is unmanned aerial systems and satellites to record the history of man when man is gone. You see? Are you ready for that? I'm not. I don't know about you. I'm ready to launch that Mars mission into action. That's why we have a book of Acts. Your Proverbs is wisdom because the professionals had actions, verbs, and descriptions. That's what those preachers are preaching about. They got tired, man. They're like, man, I need some hope and some faith. Can we get one of those crazy Navy ministers, from New Mexico with the aliens and angels and stuff to get this thing started again because we need a little bit of help? I said, sure, man. You give me a hand up, I'll give you a hand up. We'll lift each other up together. And he says, okay, cool. Well, build a foundation in aeronautics. We made astronauts, international space stations, United Space Agencies, international space agencies. Well, what's the FAA? Well, it's for AA, man, so everybody sober up and get the real idea of what's going on. For angel associations, for alien associations, for American associations, private pilot license with instrument rating. Why? Because a private pilot license and instrument rating, well, could be part of the tourist system, moving stuff, and volunteering time for churches. That's what a private pilot does, Then train on small unmanned systems with the opportunity to become flight instructor on a medium-sized UAS platform. A universal angel system or a universal alien system. It just depends, Because, you might want to do some recon out there, where the weather patterns are so messed up, it's hard for you to travel, So we got some of this to see, where we could maybe put one of those places, to have, the Mars mission program to see if we can grow crops and trees and transplant, forestry and stuff. And that's why we got a picture, Yeah, dark sunglasses. Hey, we got universal teachers, man. We got these drones trying to figure out where we can put more of this, green grasses and trees. And they say, you need a BS, in aeronautics. Well, unmanned aerial systems operator on campus, man. On, you know, camp United States, man. Camp out there where there's nothing. And hey, you need a BS in aeronautics, you need a belief system. You better believe it, man. You run out of stuff. We ain't gonna have anything but, these little satellites recording, mankind's history after we're gone. Or you can believe the Bible system in aeronautics, the Space Navy Bible. That's that new intelligent version. It was the Space Navy. You get it? The Space Force, the waters and the waters. And we say, well, certification in medium-sized universal angel systems or universal alien system limited to U.S. citizens only because, it's a promise of America. An educational tourism system. We make it work here and it'll work everywhere. I'm going to say, wow, what a concept. But having this certification will allow us to venture out. You see, just what I said, venture out, expand the ideas and the solutions into the universal American solutionist field, which is a miracle. A miracle. You see, America calls, man. The world answers because, we're helping the world. When the world calls, America answers, a step above everyone else. Our classes, you see, not only fulfill graduation requirements, but also set us up for, a bright future in the growing universal angel system industry. Aliens and angels for God, man. The gift of diplomacy, the good of diplomacy, adventures of America. So we could venture out, explore places, We need flight attendants on those commercial flights, prepare for takeoff, flight training affiliates, We're going to put all these locations here, Put a thumbtack down, say, hey, maybe we could put one here, maybe we could put one here. I got an atlas coming. We're going to see how we can put it all together with natural history and technology and, space age stuff, man. It's time to move up in the world and in the universe for the multiverse of stuff that's just waiting out there for us to explore, We got some new stuff, man. We got Cape Air, Wisconsin. We got the plane sense, on the planes, the astral planes, we got Express Jet, You say, hey, man, did you guys go to Top Gun flight school? Well, it's more than just learning how to fly. It's just an addendum, Hey, can you put an addendum on that? Yeah, man, we need some psychology for our pilots, too, because some of that stuff up there is pretty turbulent, They need self-defense flying against the invisible enemy. That's the atmosphere, in case you guys didn't know. You could get a sudden downdraft or sudden updraft, all kinds of stuff out there in the desert, man. The air is a little bit thinner than the regular air. So it's like taking a surfboard in the ocean and trying to surf where there's no water. Okay? Now people start to understand, huh? We got a Piedmont, Republic Airways. America, it's a republic, man. With a democracy. It's not a democracy, it's a republic with a democracy. You see, Republic Airs, It says, you see your public errors, Correct the errors and move along, man. We got a PSA, See? That's the People's Solutionists, Americans, man. In People's Solutions, America, man. You see? Grin a little bit. You put a little thing on it, and you get that sideways grin. That's amazing, because Amazon's shipping supplies everywhere, man. You need an envoy? Okay. CA, Commute Air, man. California, you call an angel, we're flying. Okay? We're getting people flying, man. That's what we're trying to do. At the cruising altitude, man, for the Tom Cruise Top Gun Flight School, man. Liberty University. There's a school of aeronautics, man. But there's more than just Liberty University, man. Get your Sterling wings, man. You got some of those vets fly helicopters, man. Hey, look at that. Boom, helicopters, man. You know, they got medical helicopters and lifts. They got things that got to move supplies to the desert for the Mars missions and stuff for practicing. Yeah, mission transition, man. You know, hire a vet. You know, look at that. Okay, it's like the supply trucks back there, man. Alternative fuels. You know, you got silver. You know, you got white, and you got yellow. We all know what that means, yes? Okay, silver, pure thought. You see, no color of skin, man. You can be white, new slate. You know, fresh slate. You know, hey, it's you got a pure thought, pure heart. Okay, well that's cool. That sounds like the sunny side, man. So we all live in a yellow submarine. You know what I mean?